The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
And this carries into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Their own 20-yard line.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Play action. Here's Hurts.
Sliding out of the pocket. Got an open man. It's Washington. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play there on the first play of the game. 54 yards. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Ravens' 27-yard line.
2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Hurts.
Steps away to his left. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor
with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy.
Good. Makes the score Colts 7, Ravens nothing.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Jackson options out left. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. From the gun, Jackson. He finds Corey Davis. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
First and 10, Taylor now. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Big Calais Campbell fighting through to make the play in the backfield. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Hurts. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
10 at the 34-yard line.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts.
That's going to be caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
First down and goal to go.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
They'll run with McFarland.
And he takes it in for a Colts score.
Anthony McFarland
With his first career NFL touchdown. And the Colts add on to their lead. And that moment we just saw, always so special for any rookie. The first touchdown of his career.
And there's nothing like anticipation, is there? You know he's been dreaming about it, thinking about it. It's been a part of every bit of his being. And finally, it gets done. He's got to feel great right now.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up first and 10. Rolling to his right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
The Colts take over first and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Hurts.
Open man is Trey Burton. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
33-yard line.
On first down, Hurts.
Flushed out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Second down, here's Hurts.
Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. They got to get to the 23 here on third.
From the gun, it's Taylor.
And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a fourth down now.
A 4-yard.
Passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. The kick by Maher is good. And that'll make this 17-0 here in the opening quarter. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive. A field goal.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
A yard on the play.
So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Controlling the passing lanes.
Jackson from the shotgun. And that will be incomplete.
Jackson's pass intended for Willie Snead. Incomplete.
So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away.
For the Ravens.
This is taken at the 18. And he'll be out right at the 35. 17-0 our score after 1.
Colts 17. Ravens nothing.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. Going jet sweep. Here's Campbell. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
It's now 3rd down and 3.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. Got an open man, that's Campbell. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Marr now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Colts 24. Ravens nothing. Brett Maher is
following the touchdown. Here's Marr to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to taken down right at the 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
First down.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Jackson, flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver.
And it's 3rd and 4.
And 4 yards to go.
From the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Ingram, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Mark Ingram unable to get past the marker. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here's Hurts to throw.
He's got Burton here. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Complete. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
They'll roll him out right. And this is caught at the 8. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They'll run here with Taylor. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Throwing is Hurts. Out to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. James Washington, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Marr on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Colts 38, Ravens nothing. Brett Maher is set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
A good one, picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Jackson now. They go screen. This is Ingram. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
2nd and 11 at the 31-yard line.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Jackson. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Brett Maher is set to kick off.
The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Brings up third down.
So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. From the gun, Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face.
And look at this, it's a fake. And he's not going to get to the marker. And that's a turnover on downs. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Forced out to his left. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Jack Doyle, the Pro Bowl tight end. And it's 3rd down.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.
Complete.
That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
2 yards.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And you know he wants to make the most of every carry because he competes with his quarterback, Lamar Jackson, 4 carries and yardage. But Mark Ingram, over 1,000 yards last season. And then the Ravens went out and drafted J.K. Dobbins out of Ohio State in the 2nd round. So now the Ravens potentially have 2 guys to pair with Lamar Jackson in the run game. Wishbone formation, anyone?
A gain of 4.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Mark Andrews, a first-time Pro Bowler, the intended target. And it's 3rd down.
3rd down. And 6 yards to go.
Operating from the gun, Jackson dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the 1st down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And incomplete. An excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But 2nd down instead.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
3rd quarter here in Indy. This is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jackson eluding the pressure right. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football. From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Jackson. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
1st down, Ravens.
Jackson now off the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Operating from the gun. Jackson looking for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. He couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and forever. From the gun, Jackson going for it all. And that will be incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe you can expect more passes like that downfield.
Field goal. A 46-yard attempt.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
A lot of work to get away and outside of the pocket, but no actual yardage there on the catch. It's second down. Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. Buying time to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Well, I admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards. They're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Sliding out of the pocket. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, they certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. To be frank, you really have to feel for them. This is appearing to not be their week yet again. So another loss in the cards as they trail big in quarter number 4. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. But it's going to be second down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again, Jackson. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The Ravens on 3rd down. It's been a problem, just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Fielded just inside the 30. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, They're not as worried and concerned about getting him out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And that'll be incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell, and it's third down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
On third down, here's Taylor. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously, he is well short of the first. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this 4th quarter. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
First down.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
First down, Baltimore.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver, and it's second down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And Jackson throwing once more. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. There we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. The 20, 10, 5. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. Marr now to add the extra point. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Colts 48, Ravens 3.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Jackson. Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Malik Harrison on the tackle.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
Going jet sweep. Here's Campbell. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
Final score, Colts.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Colts, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, changes could be in the air as they fall to 0-.